Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Right.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
Little Ham says it's time to rock and roll.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. I'll be your host, Daniel King. With me, as always, my favorite co-host, Mr. Birdman.
Hey, it's Birdman. Sometimes it's Bird Guy.
Bird Guy.
Sometimes it's Bird Human.
Pheasant, non-binary individual.
It's a bird thing.
So, having a bit of a drink here, having myself a little whiskey and Coke. So if you
little cocktail,
you're picking up a little bit of that, I don't apologize, and I'm not editing it out. We're looking at two movies today. If you've never heard the show, what we do is we look at what one of us at least perceives as a good movie, and then we look at another movie that's heralded as a real piece of shit. So, today we're going to be looking at Ready or Not, which is a August 22nd, 2019 release, directed by Matt Bettinelli,
There's a couple different... There's two directors, right?
Matt Bettinelli, and Tyler Gillette. This movie made a pretty fucking astounding amount of money.
I was gonna say I didn't write down the total gross or whatever.
$6 million was the budget for this.
Yeah,
it hauled in at the box office $57.6 million.
Woo! And that's crazy because honestly, this movie, until I saw it on your list, I didn't know anything about it.
No, it really kind of flew under everybody's radar. Stars Samara Weaving, Adam Brody, Andy McDowell, Mark O'Brien, and Henry
Guy face
Cerny. Cerny. I don't know how you fucking say that last name, Cerny. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a really fun flick. We'll do a quick non-spoiler breakdown, and then we're going straight into spoilers for the rest of the episode, as we do per usual. What'd you think of this? Just right out of the gate, give it a thumbs.
Give it the thumbs rating.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of the gate, I think I'm gonna go with 7.5 thumbs.
7.5 thumbs
out of 10. What would you give it?
That's pretty sound. There were a couple of little parts in there that I'm like, I would have liked to have seen this instead.
Yeah.
But they're pretty few and far between.
Right.
For a genre of film that has just had the holy hell beat out of it for the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's satanic rich people. This girl marries into their family, and they're like, okay, at midnight you have to play a game, and it could be,
I feel like that's a little bit of a spoiler, though.
It could be Monopoly, it could be Battleship, but they choose to play, or that they, we'll get into why, but they wind up playing hide and go seek, and that's the one game where the whole family is looking for her, and she has to hide.
Yeah.
And if they find her, they're gonna fucking murder her.
Right.
And that's the whole flick. It's just a classic final girl horror film.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun.
It's very fun. I didn't expect much going into this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like you said, the genre is beat to death.
Oh yeah.
It's cliche, but I really enjoyed the film. There's a movie that I feel like it's similar to. I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I'm way off here.
Which one are you thinking?
A Cabin in the Woods. Just like the I don't know. It's got that dark humor. Like, it's a horror film.
Yeah.
But it's got dark humor.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to work this. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that some of the same people worked on both films.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
It's kind of got a similar ilk to it.
Yeah, and I loved Cabin in the Woods.
It's more funny than it is horror.
Yeah.
They know that they're not going to scare you with the concept of the movie. You're not going to go to bed and have a fucking nightmare like, oh my god, somebody's trying to find me and kill. Boy, it really gets into my biscuit bin.
It's more I would say cringe horror because of the gore.
Some of it's
not in a bad. I'm not saying cringe in a bad way. I'm just saying the gore that you see, you're like, oh shit, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not overly graphic, but what it does show you and allude to is still uncomfortable. It's like whatever one of those fucking Saw movies it was, where that girl falls into a pit of hypodermic needles.
Oh,
Like that makes everybody uncomfortable. But that face that you just made, everybody makes that face when you're saying, "What if you fell into a pit of hypodermic needles?" You don't have to look at it.
No, you just have to
know how unpleasant it would be, and that would be pretty fucking terrible.
I only watched 2 of the Saw movies, but that was me the whole time, just like, because I hate seeing shit like that, man. It's just like, oof.
Really not my bag.
Just where they find ways to torture you, to torture the viewer, like it's just like, ugh.
Yeah,
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, same.
But this was not over the top, right?
No, and it was fun. It was just a kind of really a fun ride. It knows what it is, so it has a sense of humor about itself going into it.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to go ahead and go full tilt spoilers.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of spoiled it a little bit, didn't you? I mean,
it's kind of implied by the the poster and the title of the film. I don't think that's
the you said like satanic.
Like, if you're trying to avoid spoilers for movies, this is fucking not the show for you. That's why there's
I guess
3 minutes of non-spoilers, and then the whole other however long of the show exists is all spoilers. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go full tilt spoilers. What do you got?
First thing I want to say is the mansion is absolutely stunning.
It's dope, isn't it?
It is fucking cool.
That's the first thing I have written down is this mansion is fucking dope.
Apparently, and this is just on, anyone can find this. This is on IMDb trivia. This was the same mansion that was used in Billy Madison.
Really? The Madison Estate.
The Madison Estate.
Didn't know that. I do have here that there's a bit where they show you like a flashback to where two of the main characters are children, and this is happening, and they're like, "Oh, it hasn't happened in 30 years or whatever." Anyway, same scenario, and all the adults are wearing these weird fucking like eyes wide shut masks.
Yeah. That was, I don't know.
They address it later.
Yeah, they address it later, but like, that's pretty much the beginning of the movie, and I didn't really know what to think. I mean, obviously, like you go through the credits and it just shows a bunch of like board games, right? Mm-hmm. So you're like, okay, this is a theme of the movie.
You were thinking the first 3 minutes into the movie, you're like, fucking what did he tell me to watch?
No, not necessarily. I didn't understand really much of anything.
Yeah.
The flashback like you were talking about, but once it gets into it, it's kind of obvious. So the lead actress, what is it? Samara Weaving.
Yeah. She's a good-looking gal.
She is a good-looking gal, dude.
She's got phenomenal range too. She's in a lot of stuff I've seen her in recently. She's really great in Netflix's The Babysitter, which now has a sequel out, which is also entertaining. You might have been telling. Probably.
You might have been watching this.
It's kind of in the same vein as like it knows it's not going to scare the shit out of you. It is a horror film, but it has a really good sense of humor about itself. So it's kind of in the same ilk as this Ready or Not film. She's got a lot of range, man. She's really good.
See, I guess I haven't seen her in anything else.
She's in,
or maybe I haven't. I just didn't.
Yeah, she's in quite a few things that you may have just been like missed her role in it. She's in The Babysitter, The Babysitter 2. She is kind of typecast as like horror film girl.
Really?
But she's in some things that are not.
She's in 3 Billboards.
Yeah, she's in 3 Billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. It's 10 miles away from here, just in case you wanted to know. Not really. It's not.
Yeah. She's in a movie called Mayhem.
Oh, Mayhem's good with the
Stephen Yen. Stephen Yen.
Yeah, Mayhem's fun, dude.
Ooh, really? Okay.
It's a fun ride. There's like some sort of chemical or something. Something happens. They pump it into a building. Everybody goes like violently insane, and it's Stephen and her like just killing the shit out of people in an office space.
Damn. I'm gonna have to add that to my list.
It's pretty fun.
So Samara, do you know how?
I think Samara. I could be wrong. Who if you want to write me and correct me on my pronunciation of people's names, I would rather you didn't, but I certainly can't stop you.
Samara, like I said, beautiful girl, and not to take anything away from her, but I kept thinking about Margot Robbie the whole time because they look so much alike.
They do look a lot alike.
And actually, Margot Robbie was, I think, the first actress to be considered for this role.
Really?
Yeah, that's another like little trivia tidbit.
Little tidbits, huh? I like it.
But
so
yeah,
they got the other Margot Robbie.
They got
Samara Weaving.
the poor man's
the poor man's Margot Robbie, Samara Weaving.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, man. I think I like Samara Weaving more than Margot Robbie.
I think so, man.
I'd like to see her get some other role opportunities to try something different.
Something different.
Like but Margot Robbie, like, she portrayed a totally different character than she had previously when she got the gig for the Duchess in Wolf on Wall Street.
Yeah.
And it was just a different, you didn't get to see that side of her because she'd just never been cast in that particular type of role.
Right.
And I think Samara Weaving's got that kind of range also.
Yeah, man. That's one thing I kind of wrote down. Her name in this film is Grace, by the way. Grace's transformation from confident bride to, clearly being just unsettled.
Off the fucking rails.
Just whenever she gathers with the family, like her range, I was really impressed with her, and she's funny
when she starts having like a fucking mental breakdown, which we'll get there, but she's great in this. Like really, I don't think you could have cast it any better. I
think she's perfect.
She got the opportunity and went, all right, I'm gonna fucking crush this to death.
She did. There are a lot of great actors in this, but she's
who else I really liked. Adam Brody was fantastic in this as the like alcoholic brother.
Yeah, he was great.
But the guy that played the dad, Henry Czerny or whatever his name is, Henry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, that guy had so many funny bits.
Yeah, I think other than Samara, my favorite person in this film was Fitch.
Is that the fat cousin or whatever his name is?
Played by really Christian Brun or Brun, however you say that.
So we'll back it up a little bit before we get to the rest of the family members. One of the first things that I really liked in this movie as I was watching it for the first time, I watched it a second time in preparation for this.
Right.
The bit where the main guy played by Mark O'Brien, he's in there talking to Samara Weaving. They're about to get married. They're smoking a cigarette and having a little heartfelt moment. And Adrian Brody, his brother, comes in and he's like, "Aha, hey, you fucking pussy!" And he gets him in a headlock and he just roughs him up and just generally just kind of fucks with him and then calls him a fuck face and then leaves. I like that a lot. That like really kind of broke the tension right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Where you see in a lot of like awful movies, they'll write that in the scene, but they don't. It's done so like weird. Like those people are still strangers and they're not friends or they fucking hate each other or whatever. So it always feels disingenuine. That felt authentic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
those are brothers.
I never thought again for the rest of the movie that they weren't brothers and they were just actors. I genuinely thought that they were felt that they were family members watching the film the whole time.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot.
I think you said Adrian Brody.
Did I? Adam Brody.
Yeah.
If I said Adrian Brody, he's not in this, which is great because
he would not.
I'm not typically a huge fan. He's in a couple things I like him in, but compared to the breadth of his work, I would consider myself not a huge fan.
He's okay.
Yeah. That's about how I feel about it. He's certainly, I feel like quote unquote star power, not really as much of a thing in 2020. Like just because you've got a Tom Cruise doesn't mean you're going to get pull in the theater.
Right.
Like just having a big name in it it's not doing anything.
No.
So the next bit they get married. They kind of rush you through that whole scene, which I am eternally grateful. I hate really long wedding scenes in movies. It's just it's so boring and cliche. But anyway, there's a bit right after where they're doing photos, like the wedding photos, and for the first 10 minutes of the movie, you hear the guy talk about how awful his entire family is. And during that photo shoot, you find out that he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, they are just shitty people, and they obviously don't like this girl.
No.
Like, it's so...
They don't
so
like
awkward.
anybody. Yeah, they all think she's just like a gold digger and just generally... God, they're just fucking terrible
They're-
people.
yeah.
They're all talking shit on each other while the other ones aren't there.
Right.
It's real bizarre.
They're
but
shitty rich people, basically.
Somehow I've been in that kind of company before.
Yep.
And I know that's that's an authentic group of people just being themselves, and I fucking hate them for it.
Yeah, they're real pieces of shit. So yeah, they get married, and they're trying to celebrate amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the creepy aunt.
I have here that the creepy aunt looks like a supervillain from the 1960s. She's wearing this weird fucking it's like a duster on top of a cape bit, where it's all right. Imagine wearing a duster. Imagine wearing a duster,
Yeah.
and then cut it off at the belly button. So it's not long or anything, which defeats the purpose of it being a duster, but it has that weird, over the top kind of flap to it. And wow, she is just real creepy.
Yeah, real. She's creepy as fuck. I don't know. There's no her and her hair. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. That's like a 90-year-old closeted lesbian haircut. I think. Not to disparage 90-year-old closeted lesbians. You should get out of the closet and live your life. You don't have much of it left.
So the uneasiness, there's just a certain uneasiness throughout all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it's fucking tense. Like, to me, I'm watching it and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? What am I about to witness? And we finally get into the game.
They take her to the family room.
They take her to the family room.
So when they take her to the family room, I wrote here, this gave me a reminder. There's a bit in, I believe it's Ace Ventura 2, Pet Detective, When Nature Calls.
Oh.
And he takes him into that guy's hunting sporting room.
Yeah.
And he freaks out. He's like, this is a lovely room of death. It's that room. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that's the
same
exact same set room. Obviously it looks a little different, but there's just a shit ton of taxidermy dead bears, and the bear has a goat in its mouth or some weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so they sit her down at a table and they're like, oh, and they tell her about the family tradition, about their great fucking whoever guy that made a deal with the guy that's probably the devil. The guy gave him a box. He's like, put cards in the box and play a game, you little bitch. So they do, and they're regular games, but one of the games is hide and go seek, to which point you have to kill the person that's hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the whole fluff. It doesn't have to make sense. It's a fucking horror movie. Reveals towards the end that they're Satan worshippers or whatever.
And if they don't make this sacrifice, something's gonna
something nasty happens.
Something nasty.
So they play the game, and she's like, ha ha ha, oh my god, we're really going to play hide and seek? Oh, so silly. And, they have her go hide. She goes and hides, and they play the creepiest fucking, what do they call those? The smaller records?
Oh, the 45s?
Yeah. So they throw down a 45 of this creepy-ass hide-and-go-seek music.
Yeah. That was creepy. I was like,
super creepy.
Okay.
Which is weird, because when I was a kid, my parents would, play records in the house and shit. And they have a bunch of creepy records out there. There's one one of my mom's favorites is it's a single called The Little Nash Rambler. If you have the opportunity to Google it, pretty sure you can get it on YouTube. It's creepy, just a creepy song from my childhood. I think it is featured on an episode of Bates.
Oh, yeah.
Bates Motel.
Bates Motel.
Yeah, they play it on an episode of Bates Motel. So anyway, they've got this weird little box fluff to make the lore fit into the atmosphere. She goes off to hide in the house. Mm-hmm. No one has told her. No one has mentioned to her that if we find you, we're going to kill you.
Yeah, she has no idea what's happening. She's just like, oh, this is fun. This is silly. It's a game.
She's going to hide, and they're all brandishing guns and crossbows and bows and arrows and shit.
Yeah. By the way, another favorite of mine. Miss McMurray's in this movie.
Is that Miss McMurray?
Yeah.
That's
as Emily.
But is she the cokehead?
Yeah.
Oh my!
How fucking
God.
funny is that, dude?
I did not notice that was fucking Bonnie McMurray.
If there are any Letterkenny fans that are listening, Mrs. McMurray plays Emily. She is fucking hilarious. She's a cokehead. She's just a general fuck up.
She's so
And
fucking high. I have here that one dude's wife is higher than a pair of Hawk's nuts.
That's her.
She's so coked out in this. It is just, it's comedy gold. And I did not put it together that was
Really?
Bonnie McMurray.
No, not Bonnie.
That's not. Oh no, Bonnie's
Bonnie's
the
younger, Bonnie's the younger
what's
sister.
Mrs. McMurray's?
I don't know if they ever say her name on Letterkenny.
I don't know, but I tell you what,
it's Mrs. McMurray.
She's a swinging machine.
Yeah,
She'd like shake your hand and suck your dick. No two ways about it. Okay, so another thing that I thought was weird is that the hide and seek is the only bad card in that deck of cards.
Yeah, I know. Like
he
every
puts the deck of cards in the machine. It looks like
it's
a pretty
huge.
It's a pretty hefty deck. It's like
Seems like a normal.
2 regular decks of cards. Like it's got to be like 100 cards.
Yeah, and that's the only one that.
That's the only one that's bad. Like not Monopoly.
Right.
You would think that like Monopoly and like the first person to get murdered, that's when you call the game. Somebody flips the board and fucking blows somebody's brains out.
Right.
Because everybody's aging and like now you've lost 5 years of your life because you played a game of Monopoly.
Yeah, there was a little bit of I don't know, I guess you could call it foreshadowing because he's talking to the son and he says, "Are you prepared to do what's necessary?"
Oh yeah.
If the card is picked, and it's the one bad card.
Right.
Because some of the relatives talk about it. They say, "Oh, mine was just
Parcheesi or backgammon.
Yeah,
chess.
a simple game, She gets fucked."
She does. So her husband, her newlywed husband, they have somebody like guarding the door. Well, they have these like little access hallways that go all the way out through the mansion. Mm-hmm. So he sneaks out into one of these and he finds Samara Weaving and he's like, "Hey, you need to fucking come with me." And just then the maid comes in the room and is about to say something or reveal their location. I don't remember. And she gets her head blown off by Mrs. McMurray, cokehead wife.
No, it's not a maid. That's later in the movie.
It's not the maid?
It's not the maid. That's later in the movie.
Okay.
This is another family member. She gets her head blown. She gets her head,
like
not blown off,
like the
but
lower half of her face shot off, which
by Mrs. McMurray
for a practical effect looks great.
It did.
I
it
thought
looked
she
good.
was a maid.
No.
No, she's not the help. Okay.
That's a little later.
Okay. All right. I must have missed part of that. I mean, I took quite a few notes here. So
yeah, they mistake her for Grace. And they fucking kill her.
So a newlywed husband guy, he sneaks Samara Weaving into the like secret hallways or whatever.
Yeah.
And he sits her down and gives her like a very classic rules of engagement scene. Like, this is, by the way, this is how the movie's going to pan out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
He just sits down and breaks down all the rules, which is always an important part of something that has a like science fiction fluff. There has to be rules.
Yeah.
Almost every single time. A lot of movies that fall short of that are because they don't have that 2-minute scene where somebody sits down and explains what the fuck is going on. Hey, here's what's shaking down. And she starts to have this like mental breakdown where she's just like, well, it's so well acted.
Yeah, because she saw that happen. Right? Or heard it. I don't know if she actually saw it, but she heard the lady getting her fucking her head shot. She got shot in the head. And she's obviously freaking out, as anyone would.
Yeah, as one would, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
to let her know.
It certainly is in the filmmaking process. But again, I've got written here again, the cokehead lady, played by Mrs.
Emily.
McMurray.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you. She's fantastic comedy relief.
Yes, absolutely.
Like her and then the
Fitch,
her husband. Yeah, Fitch. Is that her husband or is that a different guy? No, that's her husband.
That's her husband.
Yeah. Who's also funny. They give him a crossbow
Fitch.
and he's like, "How am I supposed to use this crossbow?"
And
later he's like, "I got a nervous stomach. I'm going to go to the bathroom." And he's sitting in the bathroom watching YouTube videos on how to work a crossbow. Like getting to know your crossbow.
Yeah, that was so fucking funny to me. I wrote that down and I was actually going to say, hey, we need to go back to this. And another like little trivia bit: the guys in the crossbow video, the instructors, those guys are 2 writers for the film.
Great. Yeah, that's great.
So that was,
I
was
like
like, oh, that's
that.
kind of cool.
I would, that makes sense that would be a little Easter egg, but I also thought that might just be a genuine YouTube video.
Right.
Getting to know your crossbow, it seems legitimate. She's great in this. And there's the bit where they're all standing in there and arguing about what to do about the lady that they killed on accident. And she just like, because you release your bowels when you die.
Yeah.
And somebody paid enough attention to that to go, and she should be shitting herself now. And so she just starts like, I wish I could edit in some better fart noises, but it's unnecessary.
You know what? Maybe you might have been. Maybe she was like a nanny or something.
Well, because when the 3 of them die, if I'm not mistaken, and she kills every one of them, and they're like, God, that's all 3 of them or something.
She was like
that.
She was my favorite. So maybe she was just like a nanny or something.
Yeah, I think she was just like the help.
Maybe that's what it was.
I don't want to put a label on it. She was a professional assistant of household matters. Maybe.
Emily fucking sucks at this game, by the way.
She's real bad at it.
It's
She's
so fucking funny that like
real bad at it because she's coked out of her fucking mind. So it'd be really hard to play hide and go seek when you've had 3 dime bags worth of cocaine. Somebody blew up your nose.
Oh man, she plays that role perfect. She
crushes it. Yeah. I would like. That makes me think that maybe she's got more range, because I've only ever seen her in Letterkenny that I'm aware of. I didn't recognize her in this though, so I may have seen her in other things and not even known it.
Well, and something that it kept confusing me a little bit, but I pushed through it because I know who she is, Emily in the film. Mm-hmm. But Emily and Charity, they look so much alike.
They really do.
So Charity is
she's taller and bitchier.
She's Adam Brody's wife in this movie.
Who is
Daniel.
She's very opposed to partying.
Yeah.
Whereas Emily is having the time of
Emily's
her life.
fucking killing it.
She's like and killing brain cells as fast as she possibly
and
can.
Killing people she shouldn't be.
and killing people that they've already paid. Fast forward a bit, Samara Weaving decides she's gonna break bad. She busts out of where she's at, and she grabs what can only be described as probably an elephant gun. The shells for this...
The shells are huge. And I wrote this down,
Yeah, me too. Me too. Those shells are bloody massive. That's what I wrote down. It looks like... those black felt markers? The ones that presumably if you sniff them, they get you high. Mm-hmm. But the felt bit on them is like the size of one of those big jumbo pink erasers.
Yeah.
The shells of that fucking gun are that big.
Yeah.
I mean, that would tear through... I assume any animal, anything, yeah.
I was like, holy shit, what is she looking to do here?
Probably kill a fucking blue whale with that thing. Like, you would blow somebody, like, if you shot a man in the shoulder with that, it would blow his entire arm clean off.
Oh, yeah.
The shells are just fucking so big. I'm trying to think of another thing that's that size.
But whenever she, like, arms up, she looks like such a badass.
She does.
It was so cool.
Yeah, she like rips her dress off. She
rips the bottom half of her dress.
Yellow Chuck Taylors. And just...
Oh, another thing is like the yellow Chuck Taylors. They had to paint those because they don't make yellow Chuck Taylors. Like they just don't make those. So they had to. That was just another like.
Really,
little...
I wonder why they're yellow. Then, if they had to paint them, there must have been some special significance.
Right, like why that color?
Yeah, why yellow?
I don't think they ever really.
Why wouldn't they just be red?
Right. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. They're like, oh, let's paint these yellow.
There's a elongated period where, if you take it back to when they go into the, they're just like waiting downstairs for the bride and groom to come join them before they go into the big secret family room. They've got a butler out there who's playing some classical piano.
Yeah.
And he is playing Overture 1812 by Peter Lynch. Mm-hmm. And he's just playing it. Sounds real smooth, real great. And then it cuts to her. She's just got her fresh elephant gun and her strap of ammunition. She's hiding in the kitchen, and the butler's in there. And he is like humming and whistling and then just full out fucking singing this song.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Overture 1812, it's the one that goes.
Yeah, it's used in a lot of things.
It's used in all kinds of shit. This guy, who is a supposedly expert pianist, he's so fucking flat. He's so flat when he's singing it. When he's singing it out loud in the kitchen, he's so flat. Yeah, so I wrote that down. Butler guy, the flat as fuck.
Yeah, and at that point, she's hiding from him in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And this is when we find out that her ammo fake.
Yeah.
Because she tries to escape the house. Her husband, her now husband, is able to get the doors unlocked. Mm-hmm. But the butler's in the way.
Yep.
So damned
old butler.
That fucking butler.
He's a resilient butler.
Yeah, he is.
He's a real Alfred Pennyworth, protecting the Batcave kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's fucking diehard.
I wonder what his salary was.
I don't know. He must fucking make bank, though. I'll tell you right now, if I had to work every single day of my life for a living for rich people, that's fine. I don't have anything against rich people. Rich people are just fine. But rich assholes like these people,
yeah,
they're all just nasty individuals. They're just rude and hateful and just mean and snippy to each other.
Yeah.
I'd have to get paid some pretty fucking good money.
Well, I think if it was me, the first trouble he ran into, when Grace fucking smashed his head with the
hot teapot,
and burned the shit out of his face, I'd be like, you know what? Made a pretty good amount of money.
I don't make enough for this.
I don't think I need this. Just fucking leave wrecked.
Yeah, what amount of money do you think would make you where you would be a butler for those people? Nah. It'd be like Wall Street or butler. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I would just do butler because it's easier.
Right.
But you would just resent them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, he had a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, he did. He has to know how to fucking play classical piano. First and foremost, that's not fucking easy. Second of all, he's got to make tea.
Jeez, yeah.
Third of all, he has to announce people, like, the time when he comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:55. That's good. Yeah, all that shit he does, and then he's got to kill the bride of the son. It just, man, that's a lot on the guy's plate. And I'm sure, like, later she busts part of the fence open. They're not calling a welder for that. They're going to be like, Gerald.
Well, he even says,
would you be a dear?
He even says, he's like, I'll fix the fence tomorrow. He says that.
What a bitch.
What a little bitch.
Yeah, he is a little bitch.
He best be making some money.
Okay, so there's a bit where she runs into somebody else. The lady's like hiding in the dumbwaiter.
Ooh, the dumbwaiter scene.
Because she was going to go hide back in the dumbwaiter.
Yeah, so she hides in the very beginning. That's the first place she hides.
Which is
in the
dumbwaiter.
Good
hiding spot.
Good hiding spot. Not bad. Sorry, continue.
So anyway, some other girl gets in there. I presume it is another one of the help.
I think it's the
help. I think they have like 5 or 6. Which, by the way, if you're going to have a... What's the word for female? Oh, it's a maid. I was going to say buttress.
The buttress of wins.
So they have these maids. All the maids, super good looking.
Yeah, good looking girls.
Super good looking. And anyway, she's like, oh, I'm in the dumbwaiter. I'm going to get out of the dumbwaiter. I'm indecisive about the dumbwaiter. And then the dumbwaiter starts to go up. Yeah. So she gets gets cut in half.
Fucking crushed by the dumbwaiter. Which
looked good. That's a good scene.
What a name for a thing. Dumbwaiter. Do you know? I mean, like
the origins of that.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I would assume because a waiter would bring things upstairs and downstairs and etc. And it doesn't have any intelligence because it's just a shelf on a rope. Well, yeah. the original version of it is just a shelf on a pulley. We got something there?
That makes sense. I was just kind of looking up the origin. So the mechanical dumbwaiter was invented by George W. Cannon.
It's a fucking sweet name.
Yeah, I don't know. I just the name of that.
I assume it's curious. Because it's not sentient and it can bring things upstairs.
It's dumb.
Fucking dumbass waiter. You don't have to pay it. You don't have to hear its back talk.
Oh, another.
I just put texting dude has some good little snippets.
I was just getting
Because
ready. I literally was just getting ready to talk about Fitch again.
Yeah.
When he's texting his buddy.
Sup, dog?
Or well, first of all, I think before that he's looking up packs. He's like Google searching or whatever.
Packs with
the devil.
Real or bullshit?
Real or bullshit.
His buddy texts him. He's like,
His buddy,
sup, dog? Not much. Family shit.
Family shit. So I paused it at that point, and Fitch's conversation with his friend, it starts with something that just says butterscotch stallion. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? So I had to look that up. First of all, and I didn't know this, I guess it's a nickname for Owen Wilson.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Is he texting Owen Wilson? God, that'd be great. They call Owen Wilson in the biz the butterscotch stallion.
I don't know if it's like in the biz or
oh my god.
Yeah, so butterscotch stallion, nickname given to him by a gossip column reader. It says Owen has butterscotch hair and is said to be packing like a stallion.
Of course. Of course. You heard it here first, folks. And by first I mean like 47.
Right.
Down the chain, because who else would know that?
Yeah. So
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other meaning, and I assume this is what Fitch and his friend are talking about. Mm-hmm. It's just a sexual act.
Oh,
so
what is giving her the old butterscotch stallion?
Right. So achieving orgasm through analingus, essentially.
Okay, so that is like is that you eat somebody's butt until you come, or you eat somebody's butt until they come?
I assume they come.
All right. Well.
So it says that butterscotch stallion, and
we'll look into that on the break.
And then it also says after that it says PAF in the texting, and PAF. I mean,
these are good Easter eggs.
Yeah, I know.
Good job.
Yeah, I
nice work.
I saw the text and I was like, wait a minute, what are they talking about?
Maybe wish I would have paused it.
PAF, I guess, could stand for pimp as fuck. It's another sexual act. I think it's just a female masturbating. So it's the equivalent of the male masturbating.
Masturbating?
No, the
hand job.
Fap.
Oh,
like
fap.
The sound.
Okay.
The sound that it makes.
Oh,
so I guess PAF would be like
that
this.
Makes sense.
The
that
sound
makes sense.
that.
Yeah, because it's a cup. You know, you kind of do a little cupping action.
Little cupping action.
Okay.
So yeah, that was.
Good. You got any other little gems in there from that text message conversation? I gotta start pausing movies more often.
Yeah, I believe that was it. But I thought that was so hilarious, man. I'm so glad that they included that in this film.
That's really funny. Okay, so by some order of events that I am not sure about, Samara Weaving winds up in like a shed. She's broken out of the house. She gets into like the animal.
She gets into the animal shed,
barn place.
The barn, whatever.
And one of the lady, like, is it Adam Brody's kids? No,
it's
the other.
It's Emily.
It's the cokehead lady's kids.
It's Emily's kid,
who were previously wearing the Eyes Wide Shut masks.
The mask,
like kill.
Yeah.
They're just fucking creepy little asshole kids. And Samara Weaving's like, oh, hey there, little buddy.
Hey, bud, what are you doing?
Fucking shoots her in the hand.
Shoots her in the fucking hand.
Shoots her in the hand, and she punches the absolute dog shit out of that kid.
She should.
I would have curb
He
stomped
put a
that
fucking hole straight through her hand.
Yeah, pretty big one too.
God damn.
Yeah, I'd have fucking honky stomped that son of a bitch. Now I'm gonna edit that out. I don't like honky stomps. Maybe I'll leave it in. Who knows? So she gets in there. She's got a hole stuck in her hand. There's a pretty gruesome bit where she falls in this.
How does she fall in that?
What do you call that?
She falls
in a
just like a pit, like a pit where they throw the.
Yeah, of course, man. Who doesn't have a pit where you throw dead animals?
Or dead people?
Where we're at in rural Missouri, I've seen a lot of fucking barns and like livestock enclosure areas in my day.
Yeah,
I've never seen just that. I don't know what I don't know what you call that. There's like a ladder,
a cellar, right? or like the cellar, like at the outside, right?
Yeah, almost like a cellar, but a cellar wouldn't be inside of an animal enclosure.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't know what it is. It's weird. If you have any experience and you've seen this movie and you know what the fuck we're talking about, I would really appreciate it if you would write me at itsjust2movies@gmail.com. I'd like to know what that is.
So, do you remember how she fell in it? I just remember her getting knocked into the doors.
I don't remember. Maybe.
She gets scared by a goat.
Oh, she gets scared by a goat,
which was kind of silly.
Because
she's like getting chased by murderers.
Yeah, and you're scared by a goat.
She gets like freaked out by a goat, and then she falls in the pit, and she has to fucking climb out of the pit
using her hand.
Using one hand, right? Because the other one's got a hole in it.
Right.
There's a fucking nail at the top.
Just a big rusty nail.
I said it right before it happened. Don't you fucking stick your hand in that nail. You're going to do it, aren't you?
She did it.
And she did it because how else is she going to get out, right?
She's going to die down there in that hole.
So she sticks her fucking...
She was going to live in that hole if she would have hid down there for the rest of the night. She probably could have just stayed down there. It would have been a way more boring movie then.
Lady stays in a pit to avoid getting murdered.
It's like that movie, 1,027 Hours.
So yeah, she uses her whole hand and throws it.
Kind of like putting a you know that thing when you were a kid, it was like a cylinder. No, not a cylinder. It was like a peg, and you would put rings on the peg. You know what I mean? You'd stack them in concentric order.
Yeah.
So she uses her hand as a ring on the peg. The peg is the nail. The ring is the hole in her hand. And she uses that to pull her body weight up, which, I mean, let's be real. What do you think? It doesn't feel good. Surely it's not going to tickle, but
buddy.
What's Samara Weaving weigh? $110?
Yeah, maybe $110.
Yeah, she
I mean, I'm sure it fucking hurt.
If it were real, it would be. You'd have passed out from the pain, I imagine, from having a hole shot clean through your fucking hand. Like a big hole.
Yeah.
Like a silver dollar. Just imagine putting a silver dollar in the palm of your hand, and now that bit of flesh under that silver dollar is just gone in circular fashion. Pretty nasty stuff. There's after this, she finally gets out of there. She gets to the wrought iron fence. She finds a loose bar, kind of fucking pries it off, squeezes herself through it. You can see it
really fucks up her back.
Tearing
at her back, right?
Yeah, it was like the well, all of me is the fatty part, but the fatty part of everyone's back, there's no way it gotta be excruciating.
Oh man, that looks rough. At first I thought that was her breast, like one of her breasts, when she was she was like squeezing through the fence to try to get out of this property, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was her. I was like, holy shit. Oh, fuck, man.
On my first watch, I was like, this movie's almost over. She's going to get the fuck out of here. Somebody's going to pick her up.
Yeah. It's funny because there's a car coming and she's squeezing through the fence. She's squeezing through. The car's coming. She gets through and she gets into the road.
Get out of the road, asshole.
That's what the guy says, and he fucking speeds off, and she's
driving a fucking Bentley. It's a dope ass Bentley, and she's like, "Please, Tom, help me!"
She fucking
get out of the road, you piece of shit.
Yeah, and I wrote this down, and I put Grace's tangent after squeezing through the fence because she fucking just loses her shit. Understandably, she's she's half dead, and this guy just tells her to get the fuck out of the road. She just fucking flips out. That was hilarious.
So she runs off in the woods. The butler comes after her.
Yeah,
of all people, I thought this was kind of weird. Everybody else is still huddled inside the house. The butler, who got his entire fucking face burned by hot boiling water, who is flat.
Yeah. When
he's singing, not even singing words. But anyway, the butler comes after her. She evades him. He finds her again.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a struggle.
There's a bit of a back and forth here, and eventually she kills the butler. Mm-hmm. And this is your classic, hero's journey. Her crossing a threshold. She's the whole rest of the movie is the refusal of the call.
Yeah. And
when she fucking murders this guy, that's her crossing the threshold. Mm-hmm. She's like, okay, it's a murder you want, then that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But the whole scene was actually done really well. So through all of this, while all this has been happening, her husband is handcuffed to a bedpost.
Yeah, and he's trying to get loose.
He's trying to get loose by
Grinding down the wood, I guess.
Grinding his handcuff chain link, which I don't know if you've ever been handcuffed before. I certainly never have.
Right.
It's 3 links. There's no way. No. There's no it would take you a week.
Well,
to grind that bedpost down.
I did appreciate that it made it seem as if it took him a while, because it did. It
would have taken him 10 times longer than that.
Right.
But I can appreciate the way that they show you a little snippet of it.
Yes,
exactly.
And
then
because
presumably several hours pass by.
Yeah.
And he's almost made it.
Yeah, because it wasn't like an immediate release.
No. I'm still calling bullshit on it. But
yeah, for sure.
If you're going to do that in a movie, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I guess I can give that a pass. So the OG bad guy in this, the guy that presumably is the devil, that family's great grandpa or whatever that made a deal with this guy. His name's Mr. LaBelle. I'm pretty sure that he's supposed to be the devil. They don't flat out say it.
They don't say it.
They don't flat out say it, but they do refer to him as Mr. LaBelle, and they give him all these supernatural properties.
Yeah.
And they worship the devil towards the end of the movie. Now that I've seen this film twice, I start to think that mostly the movie might not actually be about Samara Weaving, but it might actually be about Adam Brody, because he's got a full character arc in it as well, and his, you could debate, is more complex than hers.
The alcoholic
brother. Yeah. Anyway, he crosses several thresholds in it, and he's really well acted. I like his part in this a lot.
I know what you mean, because he has that internal struggle, right?
Yeah.
Of at first he's going along with all of this.
Yeah.
And then towards the end,
well, because he's hoping the card's going to be Parcheesi, and then he can get more drunk and go home and resent his wife. So, yeah. So I just wrote here that he's got a complete character arc. You know what I mean? He comes full circle
because he tries to help Grace.
Yeah. So
he does.
Eventually he meets Samara Weaving in the woods, and she's like, "You can let me go," and he's like, "No, I can't." And then Dad comes out. He knocks her out or whatever. And then Dad comes out of nowhere.
Dad did come out of nowhere though, didn't he?
You can come out now. He was just masturbating in the woods. I don't know what he was doing. But I have written here towards the end, they have her on some sort of murder altar. Really cool murder altar.
Looked good.
Yeah, it looked real good. I mean, if you're gonna murder somebody on an altar, that's a good altar for it.
It's a good start. By the way, the family through all of this just seemed so inexperienced, and it was so funny.
Don't they? Well, he does say that it hasn't happened in 30 years.
Yeah,
But you would think if you know that that's a probable part of your family tradition,
wouldn't you train for that?
I'd probably take the crossbow out for a spin at least once a year, just to just to freshen up.
Because most of them get the weapons, and they're like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?"
So the alcoholic brother, before they're getting ready to sacrifice Grace, Samara Weaving, they all drink from a cup. I assumed it was blood, but the Adam Brody's character poisons it with hydrochloric acid.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
I was like, holy shit. And he's like, it's fine. It's not enough to really kill them. I Googled it.
He's like, they'll shit weird for a week. I imagine you would shit weird for a week because, depending on the potency, that's melting the inside of your mouth and your esophagus and your uvula.
Yeah.
And your entire tract all the way down.
Just melting. And that's what I thought when I saw it.
They were drinking blood? I wonder whose blood it was. They never did address that, because it was blood, because they all puke up blood.
Yeah.
But there's not inherently blood in your stomach. Because if you drank hydrochloric acid and it put a hole in your stomach, then there would be blood in it, but you would have an ulcer, and then you wouldn't just shit weird for a week.
You'd be fucked up.
You'd be real fucked up. You go to the doctor and they'd be like, what the fuck? You also wouldn't be able to talk.
And that's the thing, is they drink this, and then, I mean, they're throwing up a little bit, but a couple minutes after that, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a little, I don't know.
So, Samara Weaving's betrothed, he like goes to stab her on the altar, and he's like, "Hail Satan, baby," which was a little cheesy, but I kind of wanted him to do it, and then he delivered, and I liked it. I was like, yeah, because everybody else is like, "Hail Satan, Hail Satan, Hail Satan." Say it, just say it, just say it.
Yeah, he kind of turns there, because for a while he's trying to help her, and he's trying to escape with her, but he realizes that she's not. Through all of this, she's not going to go back to him, right? So he's all in.
Yeah,
he's hailing that fucking Satan, baby.
Hailing that fucking Satan. So Samara Weaving escapes, and this is a part I take a little umbrage with for this still being a good, fun, enjoyable film. There's a bit where the dad, played by Henry, whatever the fuck his last name is, he comes up to her and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch," and she grabs a lantern. This is an oil lantern, and she coal cocks him in the face with it hard, like real hard, twice, and nothing happens. Like, she knocks him out or whatever, but this oil lantern
doesn't break,
doesn't burst into flames, doesn't get oil everywhere.
Yeah,
then she like kind of casually drops it, and it bursts into flames.
Yeah, and then the house starts.
Yeah, that bit
burning.
I wasn't crazy about. She goes to the next room where Mom is there, played by Andy McDowell, who's great in this.
Yeah,
as the mom.
The mom.
If you've seen anything in the 90s, you've seen Andy McDowell before. McDowell, excuse me. So she, with this like magic Satan card box or whatever.
Yeah, she
fucks her up, murders the shit out of her, like
just with a box.
Yeah, it's like the rage bit in a lot of movies where you punch the person in the face and then you just keep punching them in the face and then they die.
Literally overkill.
And then you continually keep punching them in the face just because you're too angry.
Yeah.
Man, literally too angry to stop.
Yeah, she kills the mom, and her husband witnesses this.
Yeah. So
I mean, we kind of backed up a little bit. This is before the
this is all fine.
The ritual.
No, that's after this, post ritual. Well, the house is on fire post ritual.
Yeah.
She cold cocks dad, then she murders mom, and then they all corner her in a room. And they're like, "Time to die, bitch." And then the creepy old aunt is like, "The sun." She throws open the drapes and they're all like, "Ah! Oh. Nothing's happening." Because evidently part of the lore to the story is if they don't kill her before the sun comes up, then they all die.
Right.
Which, seems highly unlikely. Would have tested that at some point, but that's what happens. They all stand there and they're like waiting to die, and then they're like, "Oh, well," and then it starts with what was his name, the big guy?
Oh, Fitch.
He's like, "Well, I guess it was bullshit the whole time." And then one by one they start exploding like overfilled water balloons. And there is a lot of great cinematography and camera action in this whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
There really is.
It's fantastic.
Absolutely beautiful shots, great angles, good use of the color palette, good use of the whole scope of camera work.
The mansion, all of it, yeah.
My favorite part of cinematography in this whole movie is when the people start exploding like water balloons because of the comparisons to like the cool and warm colors. It's shot so good. It looks. You could take anything from this scene, you could screen capture and make it like a desktop background or whatever. It all looks great. It's really great cinematography work. It
did, and whenever Emily and her children are trying to escape, and you just see the from outside the room. The splatter comes back in.
Oh yeah, because they just explode like water balloons. It's great, man. I really like that bit. On my first watch, I was like, like they're just not gonna explode and then just all go their separate ways and be like, "Oh shit, sorry
about
How
that.
How about $10 million?"
Yeah, right.
To never talk about this again. Or I thought maybe she was just gonna start killing them or whatever. Nope, they all just fucking explode. So she goes and gets a bloody tin of cigarettes and a bloody lighter and waltzes her way out to the front stoop and
Yep.
Sits down and proceeds to have a well-earned smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And the paramedic shows up and he's like, "My God, what happened here?" Just in-laws.
Fucking in-laws. Roll credits, baby.
So this was a really good film. I liked it a lot. You're going to go 7.5 thumbs?
Yeah, I think 7.5 thumbs.
Okay.
Because we both obviously had a few problems with the film.
Yeah, I did.
It's not perfect, but it was fun.
You know, horror is probably one of my least favorite genres.
Same.
Just because there's not much you can do with it that hasn't been done already. I'm sure there are some other original ideas out there that are going to happen at some point that'll change my perspective on that.
Yeah.
But right now, everything is just a remake of another thing that's already come out, like usually in 1960, 70, or 80.
Right.
That being said, I usually don't really care for horror movies too much, but this was a really good one. I don't know that I would personally count this as a horror film. I would count this as a like a gory comedy.
Yeah.
Really, if I had to pick, this is almost like a date night flick you could watch with your old lady.
You think?
I think I had initially watched this with Alicia. She enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're gonna go 7.5. I think I'm gonna give it 7.75.
Okay.
I liked it quite a bit. I really liked the cast. A lot of the jokes landed really hard with me. I found myself pausing it so I could finish laughing, so I didn't miss the rest of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just some funny bits in it. Not like, real gut busters or anything, but observationally funny enough that I built humor on top of it while I was watching it.
Yeah. That
made the funny points land harder. I liked it a lot. But as you know, I suppose now is about that time where it's not. We've overextended ourselves talking about a good film.
We have.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to watch a real bad movie. We're going to watch a movie from 2007 that is described. I couldn't find a lot of information about this as far as like the budget or what it made or anything like that. But this is described on Amazon as a low-budget British horror film. It's called Hellbride from 2007. So our common link clearly is going to be that it involves a bride.
A bride, yeah. And it's got 3.5 stars out of 10.
Out of 10, yeah. 3.5 stars doesn't sound that bad until you say out of 10.
Out of 10, right.
Yeah, this is directed and written by Mr. Pat Higgins. Pat, I hope you know what the fuck you're doing, because we're gonna shut this shit down and go watch your movie and have a couple of drinks, and we'll be back with you to chat about it shortly. In the meantime, please enjoy a word from our sponsors. If you or a loved one suffer from moderate to severe apotemnophilia, your limbs can get in the way. That's why there's Raparmozoltanol. Raparmozoltanol is not a salve, but a pill that treats the condition differently. With zipretamine, 75% less desire to amputate your limbs is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to zipremozine. It may cause nosebleeds, loss of vision, anxiety, and anal discharge. Flapzendanol is known to cause prolonged erections and death. If you experience these symptoms, contact your mechanic immediately, as they may become permanent. Contact your physician if fuel prices exceed $3 per gallon in your local area. Omnizane should not be taken orally and should never be taken during a solar eclipse, unless you have missed a dosage in the past 36 months. If you missed the solar eclipse dosage, it is recommended to have finished your will, as death is a likely side effect. Some people taking Omnizane reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may change your prescription. Frequent liquid fecal matter and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about any current medications, or if you're pregnant or plan to become pregnant. This ad is not real. Nothing is real. If you bought any of this, contact a psychiatrist. Take your life back with zipretnosine.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Hey, thanks for checking out our sponsors. If you did, if you didn't, I probably wouldn't either. So we're back. We just wrapped up Hellbride. I gave you everything I knew about it up top. So, the idea of the show that we're doing here is to watch a movie that's bad. This is a bad movie.
It's terrible.
That being said, I feel like this is one that could be fixed.
We didn't really write anything down.
No, but I feel like it would be easy to make it serviceable. It'd be easy to make it profitable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wish we had some figures on this this shit show because
Yeah, I do wish we had some numbers. I'd say your budget's like, I don't know, $2 million.
$20.
$27, a small bag of marijuana, and a coupon to Taco Bell is the budget I feel like this movie had
for 2007's Hellbride.
So we'll run it through real quick, and then we'll start to recast it. I know you've only got a couple of notes there. I've got a full page.
You've got a bit.
What do you got there?
First of all, I'll just tell the folks what Hellbride is about. Everything is working out for Nicole Meadows. She has a great job.
Good for her.
She has an adoring boyfriend who is just proposed.
He does when the movie starts. Yeah.
Right. She has a doting father who is preparing the wedding.
He's very doting.
He's very doting.
He dotes a lot.
He almost dabs as much as he dotes.
He dotes excessively.
Yeah. She also has a dark secret. Oh, shit.
I wonder what it is. She's into, like, BDSM.
Oh, you know what else she has?
What's that?
A cursed engagement ring. What were you going to say?
That he buys from a pawn shop. I said hard on.
All right. So, come the wedding day, there's gonna be bloodshed, and it's gonna be a plenty, and there might be cake too, which there wasn't.
I didn't see cake.
All right. So that's the.
We'll run through it. So it opens up within the first 30 seconds of this movie. I wrote down, this might be the most British thing I've ever seen. I thought it was really funny right out of the gate. The second thing I have written is that the cinematography is bizarre. I kind of hate it, and parts of it I kind of love. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, there are parts of it I really kind of loved. And then the next thing I wrote was, this is clearly a comedy.
But it's not.
After watching the whole movie, I don't think it is.
I think that they are trying to be funny in certain spots, right? But I think its main intention is to be a horror film.
I think you're right.
Also not what it is.
I can tell it's like sometimes they wanted to do a thing and they had their mind made up of what they wanted to do, but they couldn't afford it. So they just did whatever they could.
Man.
And didn't turn out great. You could have just done something else if you don't have the budget for it. Maybe they did it deliberately as some sort of expression of art or whatever because, well, what is the art form? Just take it as it is. You can't really critique art because then it's not art anymore, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to. So
I'm definitely going to.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. This is the only forum that I can do it, and nobody else gives a shit to listen to me talk about it. So the things that they wanted to do, I got what they were trying to do, and I liked the idea of what they're trying to do. One of the first things I liked was the elevator scene. Yeah, I know that it's awful, and there's weird, there's
you
weird
just mean
stuff.
like the dialogue between them?
No, not even that. The actual cinematography of it, as like when the doors close, it's just a dark, like black screen thing. But you could have done a different thing where you took the camera perspective and moved it behind him and seen like the doors closing and that being like on the sunset, like the only light in the room. And once those doors close, then it's just black lit.
Yeah.
Like as far as camera work is concerned and actual cinematography, that would be a neat kind of artsy thing to do that you could make sense of in the film. It didn't have to be this weird, clunky, and then the dialogue when they're in the elevator is so bizarre. The lighting is really, really bad
in the whole movie. It's bad.
But it is the cream of the crop compared to the audio. Like, pay a key grip or a sound guy or whatever the key grip does. I don't know.
I think we could get my brother and my cousin to do the sound for this. Like legit, like seriously.
Yeah, no, we absolutely
like, that's
agree.
how bad it was.
I think we're firm on we could get most of Birdman's family to do most of the bad films we've reviewed.
Well, that's the thing is like my brother and my cousin literally went to school for this shit. Like,
yeah,
I know that.
Oh shit, we should get them on the show.
I know that it's not, I'm not trying to talk shit. What? No, I am talking shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just saying, like, they could easily, with, like, decent mics that we're talking on right now.
Yeah.
They could do...
You just need a different boom.
Right.
I think, yeah.
That's it. Like,
just a different boom and like, hey, everybody shut the fuck up. Action.
So we need... Should we keep talking about what happens in the film?
Well, let's see here. What else do I have?
Essentially, it's a cursed ring that has been passed down not generations. Was it generations?
Who cares?
And it lands on an unlucky couple. I don't even remember what their names were. It's Josephine and Lee, Nicole.
Yeah. I didn't take the opportunity to give this a goog.
a googe.
But
googe.
I'm pretty sure I've not seen anything else with any of these people in it. The next thing I have written is there is no score where there should be, and there's weird funk music for a score where there shouldn't be any.
Okay, so yeah, we need a new sound guy.
Or
not sound guy or soundtrack.
Somewhere I have that it's like they pulled the idea for this movie out of a hat in order to make a movie to fit the soundtrack. Like they just pulled like horror involving a bride at random.
Yeah.
But they had to make a movie with this soundtrack regardless of what it was. Like whether it was a mobster
so the movie's based on a soundtrack?
But not really. The movie's random, but they couldn't choose anything but this soundtrack. Because man, they push it in there at really weird times.
The music, it just it does not fit anything.
No, it doesn't fit anything unless you're talking like a 1970s kind of
I think here's what we'll do.
Like a Black Dynamite. You could fit some of this in a Black Dynamite.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think with the little knowledge that I have of piano, I could just play some chords over most of these scenes, and that's our soundtrack.
That's all you need. Yeah, maybe get some light like cymbal kind of.
Yeah.
A bit of that action.
The scenes with the wood blocks and how fucking hard were you cracking up during the
scene with the wood blocks?
Yeah, I remember the weird wood block band that was.
Oh man. Yeah, so there's a bit of the score that's like, if you're not familiar with a woodblock, it's two pieces. In your offhand, you would hold a ribbed wooden hollow tube with a handle, and then with your on hand or your dominant hand, you hold a small wand that you can rub up and down the ribs of
shaft.
The wooden block, or rub up along there, and then tickle the balls a little, smack it on the shaft with the rod, and that's how you make the god awful soundtrack for this fucking thing.
Yeah. Score by Phil Sheldon. You're fired.
Phil, he did what he could with what he had. They're like, hey Phil, will you put us a soundtrack together? He's like, yeah, sure.
You guys making a porn or
my going rate's $10,000, and they're like, we'll give you $50 and a free $5 footlong at Subway. That's right, you heard it here, folks. Subway endorses whatever this is.
It's just two movies.
Hellbride, yeah.
Oh, Hellbride.
No, they love Hellbride. I'll stop saying that when they pay me.
I don't even know if I can recall everything that happened because
I got a chunk of it. All right,
go ahead.
There's a bit where the dude's really nervous about proposing in the garden. It's awful. The dialogue's awful. The sound's awful, but that goes without saying because the sound's awful throughout. There's a lot of not great handheld camera work.
Do you think the cameraman needs to go? I guess my brother and his cousin could do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put like yellow X's on the ground and get a tripod and get like a teenager and be like, I'll pay you $8 an hour or whatever they pay minimum wage where we live now. It's not much. Yeah, but pay a child nothing to do it and just like point it there and then don't fucking touch it.
Don't say child, say young person.
A young person, yeah, not a child. Well, it is Hollywood.
That's true.
So, there's a bit where there's a 16-year-old greaseball behind a big desk, and he's pointing a gun at a black guy, and then the black guy. There is one black guy in this movie. It's a big office, and there's like a real greasy, like teenager kid. He's got his feet kicked up on a big desk.
Yeah, that was just the
And
dad.
he's talking to a... No, it's not the dad.
That was the dad of the girl.
That was the dad? Why is he way more tan in the mid...
Because the lighting.
Wow. Wow. Whoa!
That was the dad of the girl.
That's a real caramel steed horse.
Like that kid was coming to her dad because he owed that kid's dad some money. And he's like, no, fuck this.
See, it was a test.
And he kills that.
Yeah.
The dad kills that kid.
See, I knew you watched it.
I'm telling you.
If it were, you say to me?
If this were up to me, if this were all up to me, I wouldn't change anything about this film.
Nothing?
Nothing. Just keep
Not
it
a
all
thing?
the same. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, yeah,
Obviously.
I was like, well, I'm still gonna go through it, unfortunately. When the dad, I guess, who's clearly Caucasian later in the movie, when he shoots the greaseball kid behind the desk, they do a really weird effect that's like they're like taking a continuous picture of a picture of the kid getting shot and blood splatter behind it, but they're doing it on a strobe light, and then they cut out one flash image of that and paste it into this movie. And they should have just turned the strobe up, because then I might not have gotten a good look at this.
It was so... And there were several scenes like this.
Yeah.
And I guess that would be the cinematography, right? Or the way it's cut, or maybe that's just like editing.
You know, that might be effects too. I don't know.
The effects were terrible.
I wish I knew a little. Maybe I'll. You know what? I'm not gonna read anything about making movies because we'll get emails. So I'm not worried about it. I'll find out plenty about it. Somebody will be like, "Hey, did you know?" And I didn't, but I'll read that email and then I'll know. And then who will be the better man?
We'll be able to fix most of these movies on our own.
That's all I'm trying to do.
With the knowledge that we have. We won't even have to hire anyone.
That's all I'm trying to do. Let's see here. So there's a bit where he's doing a balloon metaphor about squeakers and poppers, and I was almost on board with this because I have a 10-year-old. When we have birthday parties, clearly we blow up balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, what I really like to do with balloons when it's time for all of them to go bye-bye is I pick them up with both hands and I just rip them apart. And I enjoy it. Like, I like tearing up balloons. It's kind of fun. So I was kind of on board with it, but then he made it this weird...
It was like a sexual thing.
He made it like a sexual thing about chopping up bodies and stuff. I don't know. It was real off-putting, but he almost had me there for a minute. Well, I know lots of people that like to make that real squeaky noise on balloons. That's not my jam. I like to rip them in half.
Yeah, so he's a comedian. That the whole bit was
I wouldn't go that
far.
far.
Sorry. He's a stand-up.
I think
he's a person that does stand-up.
He gets up and stands up.
Yeah.
And has a microphone.
He stands up and then stands on a stage with a microphone. And
he's the reason it's a quiet car ride home. When you go to open mic night and you're like, ugh, why do we do that? The drinks are overpriced, the food's not that good, and it just we should have gone to
anywhere.
Garden.
Olive
I don't know.
Applebee's.
There's not an Olive Garden within 100 miles of here. So I wouldn't fucking know.
What do you got next?
Guy gets murdered by bird plague doctor with claws, and now I love the music again. So clearly we took a handbrake turn left right into some real dirty funk.
Real dirty funk.
Right after a hard murder.
Wait, was that whenever the beak thing?
Yeah.
Oh, he murdered. Wait, who did the beak thing murder?
I don't know, some guy.
I remember a scene with the beak person in the restaurant where he was like, he leaned over to the girl and he's like, "Let us pray."
Yeah, that's what it was.
But he didn't kill anybody in that scene. That's the thing. Is this movie
the let us pray things later. This was the first person to get murdered.
Murdered.
There's another elevator scene where there's the like one of the male protagonist characters and an attractive woman. I don't know if she's in the rest of the movie or not because the lighting's so bad. You can't, honest to God,
I couldn't see you.
There are 3 people in this movie that are notable that you like look at them and go, okay, that's that guy.
That's that guy.
And then sometimes you're like, is that guy?
Is that one guy or is that the other guy?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not panning out well. In the elevator where he and another maybe random woman are playing lift roulette. And that whole scene could actually be done right. You could do that right. You could make that like a meet cute. You know what I mean? In the dramatic expanse of the film.
Well, that's how they were. That's how the couple, quote unquote, met, right?
Oh, was that a flashback?
Yeah, that was a flashback.
It's so hard to tell.
That was a flashback to how the couple that is supposed to get married. That was their flashback to how they met. And it's called, what was it? Lift roulette?
Yeah, lift roulette.
And what was the basis of the game?
So the basis of the game is, like, you and your old lady were in the elevator.
Right.
Be like, hey, you want to play? She'd be like, yeah. She pushes a level on the elevator. And then if she bets you at lift roulette, you have to strike a pose or pull your pants down or, like, pull your balls out or
just do something really fucking stupid.
You got to do something because somebody could be standing there or
yeah, they're not.
If nobody's standing there, the person who challenged you loses. If somebody is standing there, then you're now on a special list and you have to talk to your neighbors every time you move.
I guess that would. I was gonna say like, what the fuck is the point of this? But I guess that would be kind of like if you were caught doing something really fucked up.
Yeah, then you could be put on a sex offender list for the rest of your life.
Like, God damn it.
So there's that. There's a restaurant scene where they look like they're about to sit down and eat a little biscotti. And the, like, plague mask beak doctor guy makes another appearance and, like, sneaks in from the side. Like, he enters stage left abrupt during a close-up with blood oozing out of his mouth and says, "Let us pray." For the budget of this film, that individual scene, to take it by itself apart from the rest of the movie, not bad.
Not terrible.
Not bad. Yeah. I mean, apart from the lighting and the sound.
And he's not there.
The lighting and the sound is bad,
by the way,
throughout.
All of a sudden, he's not there. Like it was in her head.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, it was like a hallucination or whatever.
And she's like, "Oh, what the fuck was that? Did you see that?"
Oh, did you bloody get a look at this?
Wind the clock back and take a
bit of a spectre. I'm not gonna fault this film for its accents because it's British movie. Those are regular languages that just if I moved from here to Wales, it would take me a week or two to kind of catch everything. Restaurant scene sucks. Really rough lighting.
Seems to be a theme.
Oh, there's a bit where a couple is in bed and she sews the guy's mouth shut. Or it's a ghost.
That was the ghost.
A ghost sews his mouth shut. It's not real clear.
I think that was a ghost that that was probably the Hellbride, right? The one that's looking for her ring back.
That may have been the Hellbride, but then the guy just disappears and they don't find him again.
That's what's hilarious.
Like,
he disappears.
Hey, Kyle's at the ER. Somebody sewed his mouth shut.
Yeah,
he just disappears and
he disappears in the middle of the night, and then the next time we see him, his mouth is fine.
No, nothing.
No explanation there.
But while either her possessed by the ghost or the ghost, or it's not clear what's going on, while female character A is sewing shut the mouth of male character B, the plague doctor, like goat mask guy in the background, he just kind of flashes on screen 2 or 3 times, and he looks like he's masturbating really furiously.
I think he probably was.
It was a joke I made during the film either way.
No, I think that's what he was doing.
It landed.
That's what I saw.
That's what they paid him for?
Yeah.
Like, we need you to listen. Pop a couple Quaaludes, come on stage. Just
go to town.
Just crank one out.
Just go to town.
Oh, I've written here, I know he kind of goes back to the stand-up routine bit, but it's added on to, it's not part of the previous bit. So is it supposed to be like he's doing stand-up in hell, and that's why nobody's laughing?
No, he's just not funny.
No, it's not a funny routine.
I mean, no, he's trying to be.
Is he?
Yeah.
I feel like he was trying to...
There's like slight chuckles in the background, I think. I think it was 2 different sets. Like, he did the one about the balloons.
Yeah, that was 10 minutes long. And then he did the other one that was like 15 seconds.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's just like him doing gigs while his soon-to-be bride is...
oh, shit. Will you look a thing up for me?
Yeah, let's do it.
I wrote down here, there were 2 things that people cited as drinks that I don't know what they are because I'm not British. Snake biting black. One gal said she used to drink snake biting black just so her vomit would be purple. I don't know what that means.
Snake bite is an alcoholic drink from the United Kingdom. Traditionally, it is made with equal parts of lager and cider.
Ooh.
That sounds awful.
Well, what kind of liquor is it? Is snake bite a liquor?
If a dash of blackcurrant cordial is added, it is known as a snake biting black.
Okay. Good to know. How about a lime cordial? That's the other one.
Lime cordial, non-alcoholic drink made by mixing concentrated lime juice and sugar with water.
Doesn't sound as good as the other thing.
Sometimes used as a mixer.
Okay, yeah, I can
So
see it.
that's-
Like kind of like a sour mix.
Yeah.
All right, so see here. Next thing I've got is and rave music 2-second cutscene.
I remember that.
I don't know. It was super weird.
The cuts were so weird in this film.
Okay, so one thing I would do is I want to go ahead and replace the director too. Can you look up and see who directed Twin Peaks, the OG?
OG Twin Peaks?
Yup.
I mean, there's probably several directors because it was a television series.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, television series.
Well, the most... let's see, David Lynch directed the most. I mean, it's David Lynch. Are we really going to get him to direct Hellbride?
I want to. Can I say like 22-year-old David Lynch? Because he'd have done it for nothing.
That's true.
If we were like, hey, yo.
Wait.
Hey, David, what's up, bruh?
Hey, bro.
Hey, bruh, you gonna direct a little movie, bruh? Listen, I got $347 to make a movie. I want you in on the ground floor, man.
Yeah, you definitely need a new director.
Yeah, so I want him, any other qualified sound guy.
It doesn't. We don't even have to
guy.
need. Yeah, we don't even need a name for that.
Yeah, they don't even need to be like. They don't need to be great. They need to know how the profession works. They can't just be like Kyle from accounting.
I think that's what this was. This looked like a TV ad shot by people that had just got to college for filmmaking. Is what this film looks like.
So they can look back when they graduate and go, fucking, what was that? You know what I mean? Next thing I've got here, there's a bit where she's telling somebody about the cursed ring and how it won't come off, and they're like, well, whatever you do. It's not just somebody, it's her cousin. Her cousin, who is a man.
No, that's not her cousin, that's her best friend. The cousin comes in later, the weird dude.
No, that's the same guy.
Oh, that guy you're talking. Okay, yeah.
Super creepy,
you're right.
Super creepy, greasy guy.
Yeah,
he's like kind of flirting with her real hard. It's his cousin. It's her cousin, and he's like, "Oh,
it's not illegal.
Well, I can't get the ring off." And he's like, "Whatever you do, don't stick it up your arse." And she's like, "Oh my god, why?" And he's like, "It's filthy."
Sinclair.
Yeah,
that was his name.
Old Sinclair, because it's filthy. And then later he says something about like, "Hey, we should,
He wants to fuck his cousin.
And she's like, ooh, and he's like, oh, it's not illegal. he is actively... Why is this in the middle of this movie?
I called this.
All of a sudden, in the middle of it, let's get a real creepy, greasy guy who's her cousin, who knows about the supernatural, who's actively trying to bang her.
And is overacting his ass off.
Oh, he's the greasiest. There's a bit where this girl's telling this dude about how she had a toy stuffed octopus, and their dog that just got fixed, like, fucked the toy octopus.
Oh my god, that's
like,
the main couple, and they're like...
pus and blood scratches all over it. And she's telling the story, and she's laughing her ass off. And I could see if that were my personal story, in retrospect, I would laugh about it quite heartily. However, she immediately follows that up with, let's go get ice cream.
Yeah, that's the main couple.
Yeah.
That was we'll cut that from the film, I think. What do you think? You want to keep that?
I think you could do it right, you could do it right. That's what I'm saying, like, to fix as little as possible. If I can not change this and then trade off, get a little more high-end director, even if it is earlier in his career, who the fuck cares?
But what does that have to do with the story at all?
Nothing. Nothing. The story doesn't matter to make it a good film. Or
No, I'm not.
It's a comedy. We already established. The third thing I wrote down was it's a comedy. So yeah, I don't know. The bit about the dog fucking the toy octopus with the pus and blood everywhere. That's kind of fucked up. You could cut that out.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need
It could be done well. It needs a punch up though. If you did keep it. There's a bathroom scene where there's some janitors trying to extort a man to sell him new clothes for...
Those weren't janitors.
For no reason.
I thought they were janitors. They were supposed to be security men, right?
Why are they wearing blue jumpsuits?
Right. I 100% thought that they were janitors.
Jeez Louise. All right. So...
This movie needs...
That whole scene... That whole scene was like 4 minutes. You could have just cut the whole thing out.
None of that was needed. It's like it was a distraction from what our main character was trying to do. The main points of this: we need lighting, sound, and this film needs better direction. Like you could call it. You know what I mean? Like,
you could call it there. I'd recast a tiny bit of it if I could.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, it needs some touch-ups in the casting department.
Yeah.
But I mean like your main points.
Yeah, it's serviceable. It's got good bones. I mean, not great bones, but another thing I would do is the announcer at the very beginning and the very end of the movie, I would dial that shit up. I need to hear more from my man than just those 2 times. Because he is funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
His accent's like agreeable and warm. It just sounds good to hear it, and it's funny.
You know who that was?
I don't. I doubt anyone does, so let's let him know.
Well, it was the cousin. Sinclair. That's
Get the fuck out of here.
It was.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was the cousin doing the narration for the what do you call it? The words.
You got it.
Oh man, the lore. That's the word I was looking for. Was like lore. You know, you're gonna edit all this out. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll edit a ton of it. Don't worry about it.
I'm so drunk, dude.
I'll probably leave that in there though. See here. So then we finally get to the wedding. You want to know how they got from the beginning of the story to the wedding? Me too, but here we are. So
Wait a minute, you forgot that...
No, I'm getting there. So it opens up, and you've got the groom and his groomsmen standing there, and the, what do they call it? The boutonniere that they've got in the pocket of their little suits. It looks like just like a feta cheese crumble. I don't know what it is. It's because of the graininess of the film. You can't see the stems of the flowers that are there. And it just looks like somebody took some really fine crumbled feta and dropped it in one
Just threw it all
tiny
over
little pile. Yep, right on their pocket, and then it just suspended itself there.
Well, I mean, you forgot a very important bit about this wedding.
It's really cute for the local Super 8.
Not only that,
Yeah.
but there are, like, right behind the groom and his one groomsman,
Yeah.
there are hitmen.
His best man.
His best man.
They're hitman.
There are hitmen right behind them.
Yeah, where the fuck does that ever come? Was I writing something down when that happened?
So, okay, when we back it up, the main girl's dad kills that young kid. Remember the scene where we're talking about? He shoots him and it looks fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
That kid's dad is going after these people now.
Where's he been for the last 45 minutes?
He was just introduced 45 minutes in.
Oh, that's crazy. All right.
So the hitmen at the wedding,
Really glad you picked up on that, because
that's where they came from.
yeah.
And they're here to start some shit.
Well, I can tell because I didn't know what you just told me about that, but what I do have written here is that everyone eventually has machine guns at the wedding.
Well, there's a sniper too.
Yeah. Well, the guy says, "Sniper." Is he talking about the balloon that got popped? Or?
No, there's an actual sniper.
Oh, okay. There's an actual sniper outside of the wedding.
Yeah. It was like cutting
To
kill.
to
To kill. That was the assassins to kill.
the dad?
Yeah, the dad. They're
Oh,
going
it's
after
to
the dad.
kill the dad.
And to like,
That I would watch.
yeah.
That movie instead of this one.
Well, remember when the
if the movie was just about dad.
remember when the best man like sneaks his head outside and he's like,
Yep. Nope. I've got it written down.
there you go.
I've got it written down. It says here the secret agent guy outside would have made a better movie. Yeah.
We could have done that for what was this movie? Like an hour and 15 minutes?
70 minutes total runtime or close to it. Also have here dude chops demon after lame line. Staple finger back on. I may never sleep again.
There is so many bad parts of this film.
I got one more. There's one more thing that makes an atrocious amount of not sense to me. At the very beginning of the movie and at the very end of the movie, they show like a necklace
Yeah.
with a heart on it.
No, that's the ring.
No, it's a necklace.
I mean, it probably is, but it's meant to be the ring.
But it's a necklace, though. So I would change that. That's the other thing. If the ring is the big thing, I would make sure to put it at the beginning of the end of the movie instead of something else like an Oldsmobile or just the haunted can of tuna fish. I fucking don't know. Not that. That's all I've got to say about it. So as far as redoing it, we want new sound, new lighting. We want new director. Do you want to do two recasts? I think you could with a little improv, you could make the script at hand work. There are some scenes that don't need to be there, but the director would fix that.
Yeah. It seems to me that you really only need to fix the leads, unfortunately, because a lot of the secondary characters were fine, like with some direct,
Yeah.
some.
I think you could get, you probably ain't got that kind of scratch for this, but if you could get him like a Matt Smith for the lead male role, and for the lead female role,
I like that Matt Smith. Yeah.
For a female lead role, if you could get, what's her name? She played Peggy Carter in the Marvel stuff.
Let me see. Peggy Carter, actress. Haley Atwell.
Yeah.
She's got dual citizen.
Dual citizen.
She's a dual citizen.
Haley Atwell. She's got dual citizenship.
Citizenship.
Yeah. No, I'd get Haley Atwell as your lead female role, and whoever I said mere seconds ago as your. I didn't just edit out
Kevin
5
Smith.
minutes of.
What was his name? Sorry.
Oh no, I forgot.
It was something Smith.
Oh, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Yeah, Matt Smith and Haley Atwell. That's if I could make 2 casting choices. That's what I'd do.
What about Halle Berry?
Halle Berry could probably pull this off. Halle Berry's a phenomenal actress. As many Catwoman jokes as I have that I could just lay right out there.
How awesome would it be if we got Nicole Kidman as their friend?
It'd be so good. Nicole Kidman's good.
Yeah.
She's got the chops.
She's got the chops.
She's got those chops. But yeah, I mean that's all I've got to say about it. If I had to put a thumb amount in US dollars on this movie, I would give it 2 thumbs up out of a possible 27 thumbs. It's not great. It's not bad. It's real confusing. It's got some stuff.
Did you say it's not bad?
Well, no, it's super bad.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's real bad, but I see
salvageable.
glimmers of something that could be a good thing inside of it.
Yeah.
They're small and they're fleeting, but the things that are in there are not just okay. They're good.
You could take the central themes of this and make it a decent movie, right?
Oh,
and just cut out a lot of the fat, because there's so much in there that is just unnecessary. And we could write in.
Are you saying this is a fatty movie at 70 minutes? Because I feel like you could have made this a 40-minute short film. Yeah,
right.
You really could have.
No, I'm saying even we as people, we're not writers, but we could throw in 15 minutes of anything and make with our changes and make this a better film. Would you not agree?
No, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. That being said, for what it is, I wasn't ugh, although at a certain point I was all right, come on, let's hurry this along. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still going to give it whatever thumbs I said earlier, and I'm not backing down.
I think you said, I don't know, it was a lot. It was not many thumbs out of a lot of thumbs.
Yeah.
27. It was 27 thumbs.
How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would give this 3 thumbs out of 10 thumbs.
3 thumbs out of 10 thumbs?
Yeah.
Feeling generous tonight, huh?
That's not generous.
That's not generous? All right.
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10 thumbs, though.
Yeah.
These aren't pinky toes we're talking about.
Continue.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know what else we can go over about that. Do you have anything you'd like to add? Is there anything?
I mean, just watch this film.
Don't do that.
We're supposed to be watching these films,
or if you're just
so
if
you
you're
don't have to.
If you're into bad stuff, this is a fun one.
Seriously, if you are into bad stuff, this is super fun to I wish we would have recorded ourselves watching this movie, because
we'll do it someday.
You can riff so hard on this movie. It's fun. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on there.
Yeah, it'll be 10 cents one day to watch us make fun of this live, which I promise you is probably better than all of this content put together.
And if you're confused by all of this content for Hellbride, it's because we were also really that confused.
Yeah, it's not
about Hellbride.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be it for us. It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios. If you like this show, comment, subscribe, or don't, because,
go fuck yourself.
I've listened to several podcasts for 13 years now and don't.
Aren't you only 15 years old, though?
Huh? Oh God! Special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams up top and out the rear here. If you like his stuff, you definitely should check out the rest of it at is it bandcamp.sunds. .com? Or do I have that backwards?
Just look up.
I think it's sons.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
But that's Sons, SUNDS, at bandcamp.com. It's got a whole album on there. It's fantastic, and big fan of his stuff, and he's gracious enough to let us use it and butcher it. So, anything for you, sir? Oh, sorry, interject one more time. If you want to write us, you can go to it's just the number 2 movies at gmail.com. Same thing for the Twitter handle at it's just the number 2 movies.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram at the same thing. I'll smooth this out later and just like paste it in so it won't be so painful moving forward. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. How about you? Got anything to add? Got anything to subtract?
a lot of Hellbride. We could subtract a lot. I am looking forward to watching more good movies and talking about those good movies.
Yeah.
Also looking forward to watching more bad movies.
Yeah. This was a good one. I think I had fun with this one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
bad.
It was not as painful as Exterminator 2.
Exterminator 2 is not like that. That stuff's not on the table anymore.
That was you.
We're not doing that. That was me. That was 110% me. I'll take the full responsibility for that.
That's the thing is you have to pick newer bad movies. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to do movies that are so bad there's nothing you can do with them. Because
except make fun of them.
That's not entertaining conversation. And neither is this.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
Let's call that phone call! We're a one-eyed Batman!
The Jedi, Bob, we don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
That's the trailer right there.
Cousin business is a boomer.
Chalk up another victory for the human spirit.
That is one big pile of shit. Jog on.